What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Phones and Drones. All right, you guys asked for it in the top things I loved about the car. I've had the car for a little over 2 months now, and I actually want to tell you guys a couple of things I've found that I really am not thrilled with. Not even things I don't like necessarily, but a couple of things that could be re-implemented in a future version, maybe in the 22 Model S or something further. They're all minimal concerns and just things I wanted to throw out there for you guys to be aware of. The first being the horn placement. So in the event of an emergency and all that, you have muscle memory where you're going to want to press down on this. And just about another week or so ago, I had a car that was in the straight lane trying to turn into my turning lane. And just by muscle memory and force of habit, I tried to press down on the front, and obviously wasn't able to push the horn. It just didn't do anything. So I wasn't able to actually cause that car to become aware of what they were doing, and it caused me to actually have to swerve a little bit and take over control of the car. So again, not a big deal for the horn, but from a safety perspective, having it as a button here I don't think is the ideal placement. Beyond that, everything else as far as the turn signals, they have been a non-issue. A lot of people were talking about, oh, it's easy to hit and interact with. It is. They're captive buttons. You can easily slide over them, as you can see here, and causing them to trigger. But you have to blatantly do it. There is this little raised area on the steering wheel, and you're aware of where you are. Unless you're literally just driving like this with your thumbs covering the buttons, I have not accidentally triggered them to any significant extent. Yes, I've done it once or twice, but nothing to really raise any sort of concern over the buttons instead of stalks. So same goes for the windshield wiper and all of that. Again, not a big concern. The next topic to address that I think can have some sort of update in the near future are actually the ventilated seats. It's great to have. I've heard they're greatly improved over the prior generation Model S's, but there is not a significant amount of airflow that I can get to come up. So you can see I have it on the three little squiggly bacons in in blue, showing that it's active on the highest setting. But I'm in Florida. It's regularly, especially around this time of year, in the mid 90s, if not higher. So it would be nice to have a little more AC being pumped through the seats. Again, not a big cause for concern. It's working. It's just not as obvious as I was anticipating it to be. So just a personal opinion there. Someone else can get in and think it's great, but I think it could obviously use a little more oomph behind it. You can feel it in your back, you can feel it on your butt, but it's just not significant enough in my eyes. Beyond that, the only other thing that I think can be somewhat tweaked, and again, this is actually just in beta, so it could be why as it is, it's not great, but the auto shift from park. I've preached this, I've praised it in the other videos, and I stand by that. However, actually shifting over sometimes in the gears, it sticks a little bit. And this could even be a simple software update, but even on the latest one that they sent out, I believe it was 2021-3210, it was not actually showing the car going into that gear. So what I mean by that is when you swipe down, it kind of glitched towards reverse, and when I swiped up, it glitched towards going forward. Even so much, that's not a big deal, but when you think you're actually in that gear sometimes, you truly are not. It hopped back down to park. So just something to really be more mindful of than anything, but it is a work in progress. And again, it is in beta, so this is why it is not a true feature full option yet. That is literally it. I'm still doing our video on the battery life testing. If you didn't see that supercharging video, I had just talked about true mileage and real world usage for this long range. It's rated at 375. We're gonna charge it to full as soon as we get back home. We're gonna go to 100% and see what mileage we truly get in a day-to-day commute scenario. Then next month, actually, we're actually gonna take it on a road trip down to Orlando. So we will actually do a full charge and a long distance test on mostly highway driving at that point. But aside from that, everything's been phenomenal. The new upgraded internals, the system flies. From whether you're jumping around, whatever feature set you want, there is literally no lag at all in anything I want to do. There was originally discussion that we talked about how you would move things around and all that. Even I feel like that's improved over what it was originally too. It's very smooth. It's slowly but surely becoming feature complete, and I am definitely excited and all about this. I really can't wait to see what they're going to implement on the next software update for these. I talked about it again in another video. SiriusXM is back now. You can actually go about whatever you want with that. If you're interested, if you have a subscription, if you don't, you can subscribe. It gives you your radio ID right here as well. They're just doing what they always do. They're making the cars better than when you bought them. So let me know what you guys think. Is there anything else you want to see specific about the vehicle? Anything else you want to know about the new Model S refresh? Let us know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll catch you in the next one. Peace.